Clinton County, Plattsburgh, and its environs get to be a part of something special this year. The county's been chosen as one of 15 nationwide to participate in a national health and nutrition study. Molly Flynn with the Clinton County Health Department says the county's selection was completely random. She says every county in the country is put into one of 15 groups based on things like demographics and size.
Whatever category Clinton County falls in, there's lots of other counties that are comparable. So Clinton County happened to be the sample county in that type of county that got picked for this year.
What to expect if you live in Clinton County and how those residents could shape national public health policy on today's Story of the Day.
Support for Story of the Day is provided by Renew Architecture and Design, designing camps, custom homes, and more throughout NCPR's listening region. Details at renewarchitecture.com.
Hey, I'm David Sommerstein. It's Tuesday, May 2nd. First up, SUNY Potsdam is planning to shrink its theater and dance department by about half by the end of the next school year. The university is known across the SUNY system for its performing arts programs. The decision comes less than a decade after the university spent $55 million on a new performing arts center with 2 theaters. Lucy Grindon was at SUNY Potsdam yesterday morning when the SUNY system chancellor was on campus for a visit and has our story.
Don Borsch taught dance at SUNY Potsdam for 28 years before he retired in 2020. Borsch told NCPR he's heard from current employees that 5 out of the department's 9 full-time positions will not be renewed beyond spring 2024.
I know that there are several faculty members currently on tenure track who are not having their contracts renewed following next year, and several staff members as well, people who are teaching as adjuncts and people who are critical to the operations of the Performing Arts Center.
NCPR has spoken with some of them, but is not using their names because they are still employed by the university. SUNY Potsdam's new president, Suzanne Smith, declined to comment on any specifics.
That's a personnel matter that I'm not able to discuss publicly.
SUNY System Chancellor John King was on the SUNY Potsdam campus yesterday morning for a visit. He also declined to comment on the specifics of what's going on with the theater and dance department, but he pointed to enrollment numbers as a major factor generally in decisions like these.
Campuses are continuously evaluating all of their programmatic offerings in light of student enrollment and making adjustments to staffing accordingly.
Don Borsch said the theater and dance department's enrollment numbers did drop significantly because of the COVID-19 pandemic. He saw the beginning of that just before he retired.
In my last semester, I taught dance technique and dance composition online for 7 weeks, which really is a completely untenable way to try and teach dance courses. It doesn't work. The numbers of the theater and dance department really suffered as a result.
Borsch says the department's enrollment has not been given enough of a chance to bounce back from COVID.
My basic concern is that there has not been adequate time given with the current faculty and staffing to come back from that really serious setback.
The planned downsizing comes after the university spent $55 million on a new performing arts center that opened in 2014. When asked about the financial investment in the performing arts facility, President Smith said it gets plenty of use.
There are lots of programs that use that facility, and it is a stunning facility. It's used by campus, by community members, and it will continue to get great use.
But Borsch says to use a facility like that to its full potential, the department needs people to teach skills like lighting design, costume design, set design, sound engineering, and arts management. Without enough employees, he says he's afraid the department won't be able to function well and may eventually disappear altogether. Borsch said the department is a haven on campus, especially for students who are part of the LGBTQ+ community and for students of color.
We have welcomed and supported and been basically a safe place for a number of students from those areas for many, many years.
The university reported a $3 million budget deficit last year. President Smith says they're still working on a financial stability plan and are not ready to release details. Lucy Grindon, North Country Public Radio, Potsdam.
The National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, or NHANES, is coming to the North Country later this month. Clinton County is one of 15 that'll be a part of this year's snapshot of health and nutrition in the United States. Molly Flynn with the Clinton County Health Department told Champlain Valley reporter Kara Chapman that the data collected is used in day-to-day public health work and influences national public policy.
In the 70s, so they've been doing the survey obviously for quite some time, but in the 70s, their results came back showing really high levels of lead in most of their participants. So through learning that, putting legislation in place and banning the addition of lead in gasoline and water, right, taking the lead out of, we've got unleaded gasoline, we've got lead no longer in our drinking water, those numbers have drastically declined, and now we don't see that many people that have those high levels of lead. So it helps to inform legislation and programming to best serve the needs of the country itself.
What can people kind of expect as far as, how they're going to be asked to participate and then what they have to do when they're participating in the survey?
So the survey starts out on much more of a broad scale, and it starts out actually with mailings. So you may get a letter or a postcard or both. There's links to complete the survey online. So it's a general survey of the kinds of people that live in your home. So they're going to start by kind of looking for some of those more densely populated areas within the county. If your house is in one of those areas and they haven't heard back on the initial survey from you, when the staff actually arrive in Clinton County in May, they'll actually come to your home to make sure that they get the information that they need. Then there would be subsequent phone interviews. And then after the phone interviews, anyone that's actually selected to participate fully in the survey gets asked to come down to their mobile examination center. And that's actually 4 large tractor trailers that connect together and kind of create like this doctor's office on wheels where they have all of the equipment to do any of the testing that they want to do on the participants.
Can you talk a bit more about what those tests might look like?
So you're going to get your definitely your typical kind of blood work and urine analysis things to look at different compositions of your body. There's body composition testing, so they'll actually scan and look at the makeup of your body. Depending on your age, they would do some balance testing on you in the facility. And again, depending on your age and some of your other risk factors, they may do liver scans to see how your liver is functioning. And then there's a lot of general, more specific questionnaire questions that they'll sit down and go through with each participant. And then, of course, height, weight, that kind of stuff. They will get all of their results back. So not only are you taking steps to help your community be healthier by answering all of the questions and making sure that we have data that we can look at to inform our decisions, but you're actually taking a step towards your own health to see, how your health stacks up against those in the rest of the country.
Molly, was there anything else that you think is important for people to know about, the survey and participating or anything else like that?
The main thing to know is, just that we want you to participate in the survey, that we really do use this data regularly when we're developing our policies, when we're going after grant funds to help with different interventions and programs. We are going to get to see that snapshot of just Clinton County, which is something we've never gotten before. So that will be interesting data to look at. But they're very trusted individuals. Again, they're affiliated with the CDC. Everything is very confidential. So your name and likeness, any of that stuff is not ever going to be used to identify you. It'll just be the results, the overall results of the survey. So making sure that everybody feels comfortable to participate and that it's a really great thing. If you do get selected, please complete the process.
I've got to ask, because you said, this is data that Clinton County hasn't gotten before. So as someone in public health, is this like kind of a public health nerd moment?
Oh, yes. We are very, very public health nerding. We are I am hoping very much that I get selected because I want to see what the entire process is like, and I just want to be there. Where we're all hoping that at least somebody we know is going to get selected to participate, so we can learn a little bit more about the process. And of course, anytime the CDC comes to your county, it's like, hey, look at us.
That was Molly Flynn with the Clinton County Health Department speaking with Kara Chapman. We have more information about the National Health Survey on our website, ncpr.org. We have more news there all the time, of course, on our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Eddie Lawrence of Moira and Danny Thomas of Canton. I'm David Summerstein, North Country Public Radio.